Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone and beyond. Alexander Graham Bell, one of the most iconic inventors in history, was born on March 3, 1847, in Edinburgh, Scotland. His life, spanning 75 years, was marked by remarkable achievements in the fields of telecommunications, speech therapy, and aviation. This essay will explore the life and accomplishments of Alexander Graham Bell, from his early years to his enduring legacy. Bell's childhood was shaped by a family that valued learning, communication, and innovation. His father, Alexander Melville Bell, was a renowned expert in elocution and speech therapy, and his mother, Eliza Grace Simons, was a painter and musician. Bell's mother and wife, Mabel Gardiner Hubbard, both of whom were deaf, profoundly influenced his work on communication technologies and their applications for the deaf. From an early age, Bell exhibited a fascination with sound, speech, and communication. His family's interest in elocution and communication played a pivotal role in his intellectual development. Bell's early education was eclectic and diverse, as he was homeschooled by his mother and then attended various schools in Scotland and London. His exposure to different educational systems and his family's influence on his work laid the foundation for his later inventions. In 1870, at the age of 23, Bell immigrated to Canada with his parents, who were both deaf, and they settled in Brantford, Ontario. Bell began working as a teacher of the deaf, following in the footsteps of his father. This career path allowed him to combine his passion for teaching with his growing interest in inventing communication devices for the deaf. One of Bell's earliest and most significant inventions during this period was the visible speech machine, a device that could represent speech sounds visually. This invention aimed to help deaf individuals learn to speak by allowing them to see the physical representation of speech sounds. Bell's work on the visible speech machine marked his first major contribution to the field of speech and communication. In the early 1870s, Bell's life took a momentous turn when he became involved in the field of telecommunications. He was inspired to work on a device that could transmit speech over long distances. This inspiration arose from his growing interest in the potential of electrical signals to transmit sound. Bell's work on the telephone, culminating in the patent for the invention of the telephone in 1876, was a watershed moment in the history of communication. The telephone allowed for the transmission of the human voice over long distances, revolutionizing the way people communicated. Bell's invention had an enormous impact on business, society, and interpersonal relationships. However, Bell's invention of the telephone did not come without controversy and legal challenges. His patent was disputed by Elisha Gray, another inventor working on a similar device. The legal battle over the patent rights to the telephone became known as the Telephone Patent Wars. Ultimately, Bell's patent prevailed, solidifying his place in history as the inventor of the telephone. Throughout his career, Bell continued to work on various inventions and innovations, beyond the telephone. He developed the photophone, a device that transmitted sound on a beam of light, which prefigured fiber optics. He also made significant contributions to aviation, including the development of tetrahedral kites and experiments with heavier-than-air flight. In 1888, Bell founded the National Geographic Society, an organization dedicated to the promotion of scientific and geographic knowledge. The National Geographic Society continues to exist today and is known for its publication, National Geographic Magazine. Bell's life and work were marked by his tireless dedication to helping individuals with communication impairments, particularly those who were deaf. He considered himself primarily a teacher of the deaf, and his inventions and innovations in telecommunications were often driven by his desire to improve the lives of individuals with hearing and speech challenges. Bell's marriage to Mabel Gardiner Hubbard, who was deaf and the daughter of one of his financial backers, had a profound influence on his work. Mabel's support and shared passion for communication and education for the deaf reinforced Bell's commitment to these causes. In the later years of his life, Bell became a respected figure in the fields of science, education, and innovation. He received numerous honors and awards, including the French Academy of Sciences Volta Prize, which recognized his work on the telephone. On August 2, 1922, Alexander Graham Bell passed away in Baddeck, Nova Scotia, Canada. His death marked the end of a remarkable era of invention and innovation, leaving a legacy that continues to influence and inspire the world. Bell's enduring legacy is most prominently associated with the invention of the telephone, which changed the way people communicated and connected with one another. The telephone revolutionized business, international relations, and personal relationships, making the world a smaller and more interconnected place. Today, the impact of the telephone extends to mobile and digital communication technologies that have transformed the way we live and work. Beyond the telephone, Bell's contributions to speech therapy, communication technologies for the deaf, aviation, and scientific exploration have had a lasting impact on numerous fields. His dedication to improving the lives of individuals with communication impairments and his lifelong commitment to education and scientific discovery are testaments to the power of innovation and perseverance. In conclusion, Alexander Graham Bell was a brilliant inventor and educator whose inventions and innovations continue to shape our world today. His pioneering work in telecommunications, including the invention of the telephone, had a profound impact on the way people communicate and connect. Beyond the telephone, Bell's work in speech therapy, aviation, and scientific exploration left an enduring legacy of innovation and discovery. His life serves as a reminder of the transformative power of scientific inquiry and the potential for inventions to change the course of history and improve the lives of individuals around the world.